Boom. Yo, what's up, everybody? How we doing? Welcome to the show. Get this thing here set up. Don't need the headphones. No space. This is not the Web3 breakfast. Although those are my people. That you can tune into every Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern over on X. But this afternoon, we're bringing back the JChains Crypto Show, 4 p.m. Eastern. We're going to do this Monday through Friday and maybe even some other times. You never know. When things happen in the crypto world, sometimes you got to be reactive and adaptable. And so we'll be doing that. So welcome back. I'm super excited. We're going to be focusing more on like news and numbers kind of stuff on this show. As you guys probably, if you remember, if you've been watching, shout out to everybody that is tuning in. Thank you so much. If you are watching on YouTube, go ahead and smash the like. And if you're watching over on X, whatever you do there, repost it or tag some friends or whatever. Let them know we are going to get into a couple headlines. I got a couple stories we'll talk about. Nothing crazy. I want to look at some coins. I mean, there has got to be opportunities abound. I mean, one of the things that I saw, and this is going to be interesting. I probably do want to talk to the Web3 Breakfast crew about this tomorrow morning. Bored Apes, under 10 ETH. Still like $31,000. But, if you're in the crypto world, 1 ETH is 1 ETH, right? That's what they say. So we'll talk about that in just a little bit here when we get through some of our headlines. Again, yeah, go ahead and smash the like button, guys. Let's tag some friends. Let's get some people here watching. Appreciate you. This is the JChains Crypto Show, and let's get it rolling, baby. All right, this is what I want to press right. Yeah, boom. All right. First headline I want to get into today was BlackRock issuing an unprecedented Fed warning after 300 billion Bitcoin and crypto price crash. Now, if you look down at this article, there's just a bunch of baloney here. I've highlighted some stuff that is more important, really more relevant to what he's talking about on the headline there. But we see central banks forced to keep interest rates higher than pre-pandemic to tackle persistent inflationary pressures. Down here a little bit further, it says that the new macro regime is marked by higher inflation, higher rates, and lower growth due to simply supply constraints. We see this unprecedented macro cocktail persisting, population aging, and rewiring of global supply chains and the low carbon transition are constraining production and driving capital investment as economies try to adapt. Obviously, this comes with no shock. When I read this article, we all remember, I remember on Ben's show when we got, towards the tail end of last year, and we were really monitoring a lot of the Fed rate cut, for the interest rates. And we were supposed to have one at the end of last year in November. It was, we were supposed to get one with November and December left to go, which never happened. And then, we came into this year and we were supposed to have a couple rate cuts. And then now, they're saying that we might just make one this year. And then we're supposed to have as many as 7 this year. So it looks like we're kind of getting the tail end of the screwdriver. I don't know what where I was going with that there, but it's just really interesting, right? They're trying to fix the economy. We're seeing, obviously that this is an election year, right? So numbers have to get better, or else the Democrats stand absolutely zero chance, which it's going to be far-fetched anyway. Maybe it's like a rebuilding year, like maybe they say, you know what, at the end of the day, we had a good run. We'll take the next 4 years off, and we'll be back, and we'll go get them next time in 2028. Who knows? Maybe that's part of the plan. I'm not really sure. This camera seems a little glitchy for some reason. Probably just switch over to this one and stay there. Yeah, there we go. All right, the next article that I wanted to talk about, just kind of played into that whole thing, was this coming from the Cryptopolitan. Mr. Jai Hamad saying the U.S. economy doesn't really need interest rate cuts. That doesn't make sense. We're going to go through just the TLDR because I love when we get a little TLDR. So in this post, according to John Williams, the president of the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, the U.S. economy is performing well, and there's no immediate need for interest rate cuts. Recent inflation data is encouraging, and Williams expects price pressures to continue easing, with a disinflationary process continuing this year and next. And Fed officials have lowered their expectations for rate cuts this year, projecting only one decrease and maintaining the benchmark rate at a 2-decade high. So that was something we went through on the last article. But I just find it funny that these economists seem to think that now these are probably the guys that don't they're not living in a normal state of America where you see, I don't know, you hear some of the things where the statistics like car note payment is at like the all-time low, where people are having trouble paying their bills. Like people are pretty much staying afloat, right? Not being able to do too many extra things. Yet, all these policymakers seem to be thinking everything's a-okay. But hey, I'm not the professional they are, right? That's why they make the rules. Shout out to everybody in the chat, though. I see Corey in here, Meg, Greg, Lou Creativity. What's up? What's up, fam? GMGA, right? And good afternoon. If you're here with me on the East Coast, I guess it's still afternoon. Now, if you're in Hawaii, it's going to be in the morning time for you. But if you are probably anywhere else in the world, I guess technically it's probably the daytime for you. Maybe Asia. Let's look at the world clock before I say something stupid like that again. I don't know about you guys, but I have my world clock set all over the world. This was very helpful in my trading days, because you could be looking at the clock and kind of figure like, all right, well, China's getting ready to wake up. We're probably going to see some activity spike in just a little bit here. Like, it's 4 a.m. So 12-hour ahead from where I am. Right now on the East Coast, Beijing, China is. So, you'd probably expect in about 3-4 hours, maybe 5 hours, to see some trading activity pick up. That's the China boys waking up, doing their thing. So I suggest that you guys set your world clocks so what do I have? I've got East Coast, West Coast, Beijing, Melbourne, Mumbai, London, and Rome. I added Rome while I was in London just to see the time difference. And I added London while I was there most recently for the Crypto Fight Night Fights, which been taking home the dub, baby. I got a chance to actually meet Rahul, the owner of that organization. So hopefully I'll be picking up a boxing match pretty soon here. So more information to come on that. So Hawaii, I want to be in Hawaii too. Let's do this. Now, that doesn't really help carry out too much, I don't think. But I have been to every state but Hawaii and Alaska. Alaska is going to be a whale watching cruise. That's how I'm going to nail that one off. And then do like some, those little airplanes that land on the ice and fly, all that. Like, I want to make that my experience for Alaska. And so, that's a done deal. Hawaii, man, that'd be great to get a group party. Is Guam near Hawaii? Because if that's the case, maybe we can get Carrie to go with. So gotta be thinking about how we get our Canadian brethren and sisters in here. All right, let's get back to some articles here. We can close these up. One of them is slowing down my computer. I do know that. It might have been that Forbes one. All right, the next article that we wanted to bring up here. Let's present this now that we close that. This is an interesting one when I read this. Hey, there's two of me there. That's not what we're looking for. The SEC rejects Ripple's $10 million settlement proposal, saying that the figure would not satisfy civil penalty statutes. I thought this was I chuckled when I read this because I thought the SEC was trying to get $5 billion with a B, and XRP said we'll give you 10 million with an M. Little different there, but let's go through this one here. Let's so yeah, that says that the $4.47 billion settlement with Terraform. Wait, never mind, that's not the same one. The San Francisco Payments Company pointed to the SEC's recent $4.7 billion settlement with Terraform Labs as a demonstration of the unreasonableness of the civil penalty brought by the SEC in their own case. Yeah, that's correct. The SEC, however, urges that the limited value in determining penalties for litigation. I mean, we all know that Ripple's lawyers agree that the $420 million $420 million civil penalty represents approximately 1.27% of the $33 billion gross sales. I don't know. This article's confusing the shit out of me now. Fuck it. This is what I wanted to move to anyway. I said this in the intro, the Bored Ape thing. And then I really want to hop on over to NFTgo.io because it's been a long time since we've been looking at that. Now, I know, back in the day when we were doing the show more frequently and regularly, that was something that we did a lot. We looked at the NFTgo.io market sentiment barometer, which I don't even think exists anymore. I can't find it. I don't think it's on there. I'll have to reach out to the team and see what kind of updates they got. Maybe they'll come chat with us. It's been a little bit since we chatted with them, only because the NFT ecosystem is kind of dried up in some way, shape, or form. But when we go back to this article, I think this is just absolutely crazy. It drives me insane that at this point, like, if I had never bought the mutant, I could have bought a Bored Ape and, like, I don't know, 4 mutants for the price of my mutant right now at this moment. Now, who would, hindsight is always 2020, as they say, right? But I thought this was crazy. And if you go over to NFTgo.io, like I said, we'll just refresh here just to make sure we're looking at the right thing. Come on now. Come on now. 8.89. So you could get this guy on Magic Eden for 8.89 Ethereum. Best offer, 8.8. Is that the fall from grace? I mean, that's something, we've talked about this now on the morning show, and I would stand by, kind of the same sentiment that I've had all along, is that, listen, this has really been the NFT ecosystem's first bear run, right? Like, it had never experienced it. It was too new. And so obviously when, people's crypto also is experiencing the bear market, you've got to go with one or the other. And some people chose NFTs. Some people chose to go back with coins, depending on what they were probably very comfortable with. I know that I did liquidate some of my NFTs back into coins just to still be in the ecosystem, but not really hang on to some of the NFTs that I got. Now, like, for instance, my VeChain, right? I took, throughout the bear market, I took most of my VeChain and put it all into VeChain NFTs, and it's still there in the NFTs. I did not switch back to my VeChain. I did switch out of some of the projects in Ethereum. I still have the mutant. I still have some of my lazy lions. I got rid of my L hat. That thing, when I could get a little bit more for it, I did. It's all just, you're just trying to play the balancing game and stuff. But, so bringing it back to the whole theory of, now as we start to really get close to the parabolic part of the bull run here in the crypto scene, at some point people are going to start taking the profits, because that's going to be the whole theme. Is, remember, we got smoked out last time. Like, you got caught with your pants down. Don't lose your money. Remember, when you start to take screenshots of our portfolio, start to sell some stuff off, because you're cognizant of, like, wow, look what I've done. Look what I've turned this into. Well, start to take those profits, and we're going to start to see some of the floors of these, legacy projects. We're going to start to see some of them go back up. The Bored Apes, the Punchy Penguins. I really like to see what's going on with the Campai Pandas. I know that Ice Bags and what they're doing with Rainy Studios and the fight game that we went, a lot of us were in the space yesterday. A lot of us are helping promote that and really spread the word of the game that they've got going on. I think that, with John Jones, I think that, that is, really, there's a lot of collections that are really working to put things together. There's a lot of collections, unfortunately, that died. I mean, some that I'm a part of, some that I really liked, and the community was fantastic to be, in and be with. And you go to NFT NYC and you have a party with some of these guys, and you just know that the projects, unless the community decides to take it over, they're not going to come back like they once were. I mean, I feel like some of them are just too far gone, right? But some of these projects, and we'll use the Bored Apes, for example, because that's what we're looking at here in this story, is that's going to come back. People are going to take those profits. I mean, people, if they were smart, if you had made a bunch of profits in the meme coin game right now, like a lot of pretty good people did, Like you could take that and you could go buy yourself a Bored Ape. But again, it's still 31,000, but we know that people crushed it. I didn't make that kind of money in Solana, but some people did for sure. And so you're going to start to see people head on over, swap that out, and get that Bored Ape because now they've got it. And that will become the status symbol again. It has to. Like, unless you could totally fucks it up, like it's just one of those things. It was the premier luxury brand that everybody knew. Anyway, I would get a mutant for 1.63 Ethereum. If I have one, and I'm just saying to you guys, like for 1.63, I mean, these things are going to go back up, right? And technically it should be, there's some kind of formula where they think, I think it's 5 mutants for every OG ape, right? For every Bored Ape. So just think about whatever, that ratio is. And I don't know, pick a couple of these things up. I mean, if you've got a couple of Ethereum laying around, I mean, this is an opportunity, right? I think you got to think of it just like the coins. If you've been in the ecosystem for a while, you know that like days like today, we'll look at the coin market cap in just a few minutes here, but like when you look at, projects that are down 8, 10, 13%, if you've got dry powder, like that's just an opportunity to lower your entry point, or that's just an opportunity for you to get in and basically make some free money. I mean, 9 times out of 10, unless it continues to go down, which is at some point, right? We're going to find out here. I think, I was talking with AJ, but holding that 64 level. Thank you, Corey. Yes, not financial advice ever. Holding the 64 level, I think is one of the most important things that we need to do. Like it was supposed to be 65. I think that we've got a little bit of support here at 64, but then there's really nothing until we get into the lower 60s or even in the higher 50s, which I don't know how long something like that sustains. I mean, a pullback like that, really, I feel like it's eaten up in no time, and then from there it's on. But that's the kind of hold of the theory, right? Like we had to think, if we've got the accumulation period after the halving. Remember, this is all pre-programmed. It's all math, right? That's what we're supposed to, until it's broke, don't fix it. And so if that's what's the program, right? And we are just in the accumulation phase, and we know that there is a certain amount of time that accumulation phase usually lasts. I am a little concerned about what's gone on with the meme coin season and how it's lengthened. I am also probably almost convinced that this is the top of that, where now we're getting the celebrities coming in just to launch a meme coin and run. I think that would signal to us that, hey, maybe this meme coin season's coming to a close. It's time to wrap that up, and then we move on. And we move on to the big caps, move on to the layer ones, the parabolic phase that we've been talking about. And then, remember, we pull those profits, we go back into our NFTs. And you're probably wondering, what does that all mean? It's all a psyop. You are absolutely correct. Meme coin season is just a psyop. That's all that it is. And as long as you understand that and you play the game, you should just be using it as a way to collect more crypto, so that when we do get this next run, boom, baby, you get them X's in your portfolio. All right, next story. This story came out earlier in the month, but I was just made aware of it, and so I have also, in full disclosure, this is fun. I actually was talking with AJ before he took off from here a little bit ago, but we're going to be doing a collaboration this week, and we're going to be talking about some things that are relevant to what's going on in the ecosystem here, and kind of touching along that is, I've been out of the game. Out of the crypto game, as far as like what's going on in the news, what's the price action like, what's happening, right? Like I was really hyper focused on getting ready for my fight at the end of May in Austin, and then came back for what felt like no time, and then started getting ready to go to London, and then was in London for a week, right? And so it's really interesting. We all know that, right? If you take a day off in crypto, you're gonna have fun, a fun time catching back up. But if you take a few weeks off in crypto, golly, man, it's like being a noob again. And so it's going to be, kind of like an approach of that. Like for me, it's like, all right, I'm starting back over. Also, a lot of people just got wrecked. So I'm looking forward to creating some content and collaborating with AJ this week before he heads to Barcelona. So super excited to see what he's got going on out there. That was a long-winded way of saying the next article and thing that I want to take a look at is the smart wallet that Coinbase just launched. I had not heard anything about this. Would love if you guys know anything about this. Drop comments down below. You can drop them on the post there on X as well as on YouTube. Shout out to everybody that is chit-chatting. I see you, Zach. I see you, Doug. Got a chance to hang out with my man 6 a.m. Doug in London. Man, we were like straight up tourists. That's his home is the UK, but he came down or came up or came over. I can't remember. He showed me on the map, but I can't remember. I think he came up and over to hang out for a couple days with me in London. We got to do all sorts of fun stuff. If you guys ever have a chance to link up with someone that you know in Web3, do it. Absolutely do it. In real life, right? Like get a chance to get out there and meet people and have some fun experiences. I mean, we did an Uber boat. Like how many people have been on an Uber boat before? I hadn't, right? And so we tried that out, and that was really cool. Like we thought we were just going to be river cruising because they market it as a river cruise, but this thing was ripping. Excuse me. And it had a bar, so I got a beer while we were ripping down the river. Got to see the London Bridge. Come on now, that was a great experience. And then we got some fish and chips. We went to a chippy. That's what they call them in the UK. You get yourself some fish and chips at a chippy. And then went to a pub. Went to a couple pubs actually. I tell you what, there are a lot of pubs in England. And then took the train back. I don't think it was the tube, but it was the train. Beers and boats, man. I'll tell you what. Yeehaw. Better than better than boats and hoes, but yikes. All right. Let's bring this article up here. Share this one. Boom. Coinbase launches the smart wallet with hopes of addressing crypto's pain points. How nice of them. They're so kind to us. Quick take, you know that. This is basically what I just read, so I'm not going to read that, but gasless transactions is in here. The next generation wallets addresses the biggest pain points of the crypto experience today: complex onboarding, network fees, and recovery phrases. Oh my gosh, self-custody. It's so hard. It's such a burden. Give me a break. That's the point. Making the transition to on-chain smoother than ever. And I get it. We need things like this for mass adoption. But what we also got to remember is that we have to teach people about the true backbone of what all of this is, and that's decentralization. We don't need to give these centralized entities all the power. Remember, not your keys, not your cheese, and that includes your NFTs. The US-based exchange initially announced the new wallets back in February at ETH Denver. Was going to go, didn't go. Shout out to all the people that went out there. Coinbase has designed the new smart wallet with the idea of making the onboard experience easier. The company said new users can now create a wallet with Face ID, Google Chrome, fingerprint, or YubiKey without a recovery phrase. I mean, honestly, I don't actually have a problem with any of that kind of stuff, right? Again, it's a great barrier to entry. Or it's an easy barrier to entry into the ecosystem. And then from there, we can get more people that want to take the next step, that want to actually get into centralization, that actually want to figure out, what a DEX is, stuff like that. There are people that don't. There are people that literally just want to make sure that they can be in and participate and not have the burden of the self-custody, because with that, you have a higher risk of losing it. But that's the whole freaking point. But at the end of the day, we get some people in, and we will skim the cream off the top, if you will, and we'll get the people in that want to participate in the second layer. So, but I did want to actually take a look at their website, because I don't use any Coinbase products, with the exception of the I recently got the Coinbase wallet in order to do the base ecosystem stuff. So let's go. We want to bring that up. Introducing smart wallets, the easiest and fastest way to bring people on chain. It's a clean wallet, if you will. I like the idea of gasless, though. I think that's a really huge selling point. And I would like to learn more about how all of that is done, if that makes sense. I know that there is considered like a sponsor and something like this, but I need to actually learn more about how they can actually achieve that, so that the end user, does not experience the gas fee. When are you going to message me about our fight? Rip it MB. I don't know who you are, Rip it MB. Tag me in a video of you, a picture. I don't know what you look like. You might be a fucking giant. Like, I'm not fighting another fucking giant. I'll fight someone my own size and beat the shit out of them. And then I'll fight another giant. So here's my deal. I got at least 2 more fights in me. Bring my hand over here so you can see it. 2 more. I got to go 2-1 as a pro. My pro card actually came yesterday in the mail. I am now a card holder of the National MMA Registry here. I don't have it on my wallet. I didn't bring it. I keep it at home so it's safe. But I'm now a card-carrying registered MMA fighter with an 0-1 record, and that sucks. So here's the deal. I got at least 2 more in me so that I go 2-1 as a pro. And then I'm calling out Billy. I'm going to get him on a rematch. And then I'll be 3-1. And then maybe I'll keep going. Because at 42, just starting my career doing this shit, I got a little bit in me. This is just way too fun to be a one and done kind of guy. So expect more. Now, I just need to know what you look like, because again, I was told when I originally agreed to the fight that he was 6'1", and then I shortly found out that he was like closer to 6'4". And then also I found out the day of the fight that I had been lied to the entire time by the IFC and by Billy, because they wanted someone who had no experience. But Billy had been training with fucking GSP's trainer for like a fucking year. So I got fucking hosed. However, I got round 1. I beat his ass round 1. I just didn't finish him. Round 2, he TKO'd me. So technically, I didn't beat his ass because he won. But anyway, Rip it MB. Send a fucking picture of what you look like. And as long as you're not a fucking giant, I'll throw some gloves. And if you want to just spar and get some content of us punching each other, we could do that. I'm not afraid. Yeah. Oh, all right. 6 a.m. Doug. There we go. You got Doug. Doug. You got to get through him first. Yeah, Billy does have to pay money back. He got paid pretty good on that fight too. Anyway. Oh, excuse me. All right, now let's do this. I don't know why I talk like that. Whoop. Present. Share screen. Pow. Share. There it is. All right. Now it's time to get into some coins. And I will look at any coins that you guys want to. I've got between CoinMarketCap, TradingView, and Dex Tools, I got tabs open, ready to roll. We'll look at any kind of coins that we need to be looking at for these opportunities. And I figured great place to start is going to be CoinMarketCap. Because one, we'll get an overall look at what's happening in our market. We'll look at some of our gainers and losers. And then from there, we'll go on a little scavenger hunt, see what we can find that maybe some other people are looking at, maybe some Just look at opportunities, and that'll be the move. So here we go. The whole market right now is about 3.5% down on the day. So it is a prime opportunity to get some cryptos on sale. We'll look at the losers of the last 24 hours. Anything that you would want to pick up. Dog whiff hat, maybe. That's not a bad deal. That thing was like well over $3 for a little bit. That might be a good pickup. Sui, I'm not. I know that a lot of people are really into it. I have not gotten into it quite yet, but I will continue to do my research into that ecosystem. The unlock thing kind of screws me up. We can actually. I think I've got that on a. Yes, I do. There we go. Share this tab. Cliff unlocks in the next 7 days. Is this what we want to look at? Let's go. Let's go. All right. Linear unlocks. Where do I search this at? Sweet. Sweet. Here we go. The next unlock for this is upcoming event in 12 days. They are unlocking 2.65% of the supply, what looks like 64.19 million tokens worth $57.25 million. That is one of the top of the ways. One of the top of the ways. That is one of the reasons why SWI is not on my coin list of choice at this particular moment, or SUI, or however people want to say it. SWI, chop SUI. Fetch AI, Pith. I'm not into the sandbox anymore. Right now, at least. Gala, I feel like that's an opportunity. Do I ever think that that's going to back up to like 75 cents? Isn't it? I feel like when I was at the Galaverse in Las Vegas with Brian, it was like right around the time of the all-time high. Okay, so 83 cents. I think when we were there, it was like 75 cents, and then it topped out. People were getting airdropped like thousands of dollars of NFTs. It was wild. And the token then just continued to go down and down and down. But I will tell you that the team, I do really like Bitbender. I really like a lot of the other guys that I've met. I've had an opportunity to actually meet some of the other core team members when I was there at the Galaverse, and then in some other conversations throughout my time and crypto conferences and stuff. But I will tell you that those people are amazing people, and they've had some exploits with I think the token and the contract recently. It'd be great to probably get Jason on the show and talk about a lot of things. The last time that we did have him, that I had him on the morning show, we were focusing on just being normal dudes. We were making pancakes and talking about being dads. But maybe it'd be worth having a crypto conversation soon with him. So Bitbender, if you're watching, I'll be DMing you soon. I'll be DMing you soon. Anyway, what other opportunities we got here on the list? H-bar down 7.65%. Immutable. All right, someone talk to me about Immutable. What is going on here? This thing was my money maker. This thing was my money maker. It was printing money up until this point. And what happened? Oh, what happened? I need to know. So we need to make sure that we get a gaming show in this week, on the Web3 Breakfast, because I need to know. I see how's our Beam entries looking. Let's look at Beam. That's a great call, Doug, because that was another one that I had gotten into based on the gaming conversations, and I think I got in around the 3-cent level, probably somewhere. No, we got in at the turn of the year, not 3 cents. We got in at 2 cents, like under somewhere around there. It was like somewhere between Christmas and New Year's is where we're in, but it was not maybe it was the pump. I don't know. Anyway, that's where we're at on Beam. What do we think? What do we think is going to happen to Beam? Is this thing going to rip? Is this finally going to go? We were talking on the, if I'm not mistaken now, last night on the conversation with Rainy Studios, which we're going to get them on the show, by the way. I've already reached out. We're going to have a conversation with them about that game, about other things that they've got going on. I've forgotten what I was going to say. We're going to get Rainy Studios on the show. We're going to talk about gaming. I read the chat about how do you feeling about ASI, and it took my brain away. And then I saw Doug saying his average was 0.027, so just over 2.5 pennies on his Beam entry. I think that if I'm not mistaken, I think I was full circling back to saying I think it would be a great opportunity for us to have a Web3 gaming episode. I've since been talking trash about Web3 gaming coins. I've had to eat a little crow here and there, which is a-okay. I don't mind that. It's all in good fun. I don't mind this at all. I do want to get in touch with Josh or Rob from Cornucopias. And there are a couple other people from some gaming projects that we need to chat with. Let's figure out what's happening with Illuvium. That's another one in the gaming profile that I put together based on your guys' recommendations, not mine. I listened to you guys, and you got me fucking wrecked on Illuvium. You guys said it was going to be $1,000 coin. Where is it now? Let's see here. ILV is the ticker for Illuvium. At least we can laugh. No, not anymore. It's 70 cents. It's not even 69 cents or $60 anymore. Due to its yield reward mechanism, there is a difference between how CMC and the Illuvium team calculate circulating supply. CMC is tracking CS on the basis of assets that are minted from the vesting contract, whereas the Illuvium team regards claimed but unminted assets to be circulating. The Illuvium team uses a methodology that would result in a higher market cap and CS. CS being your circulating supply, in case you guys were wondering there. Okay, well, what's going to happen to the Illuvium? Because that, let's see. Let's look back at the chart, because not too long ago, like this thing kind of had a little pop here in the beginning of June, and I thought we were back, baby. And I also said, you know what? I did have this thought in my mind saying like, okay, all right, let's sell this shit. Let's sell this dog shit, because it's been an underperforming piece of dog shit. And I thought about it, but I didn't pull the trigger. So let's talk about Illuvium, see if they have anything going on. Oh, by the way, if you guys have been paying attention to the morning show, you know that we've been talking about Foster's. Today's episode is brought to you by a Foster's premium Australian for kangaroo piss. My wife brought those in with a little barbecue, and I started laughing. It's the little things in life, right? The little things that make you laugh and love your significant other. I don't use the word partner, because then you'll have to ask if I was gay. I don't use the word partner. It's a weird word. Let's take a look at TradingView, and I've got my handy dandy Ondo chart up. As you guys know, I love Ondo. I recently found out. I was talking over kind of where we have some food and snacks. You could call it our kitchen area. Our kitchen area here at the studio. I was talking with AJ just a few minutes ago before he left, before the show started, and I realized, and I'm not going to tell you the number. Maybe that'll be some kind of fun game that we'll do. I do want to give away. I've got some merch. I've got like some extra Pussy Monster merch. I've got some stickers. I've got some things that I'd like to give away. So we'll do some fun stuff. But I, as it turns out, have, and this is why I got really mad today, this morning on the show, because I kind of had this feeling, and then I put my portfolio together, and then AJ and I had this conversation that my percentage of my portfolio in Ondo is insanely high, way too high, not more than 50% high, but close, and that is stupid. I have just been, kind of without thinking, and when the times were right, just a little zoop zoop zoops, little buys, and then the other day I threw a nice solid chunk back in when was this? Let's look at the chart. We're on the daily chart here. This might have even been yesterday. You know where we have to look? We have to look on the Twitter. We have to look on my Twitter really quick, because that will be the day that I posted about it, was the day that I scooped up a couple stacks, not racks, but stacks. When was that from? The 17th. Yesterday. Yes. So that was yesterday. It was $1.09. I believe it was a little bit cheaper when I got it. So let's go to, we can get a little more granular here. The last 48, the 48-minute chart. And we could see here on the 17th in the morning. So for us, it was probably going to be somewhere in here. So somewhere between $1.10 and $1.07. I think it was probably $1 between. It's close to $1.08, $1.09, somewhere in that range. So that's where I ended up getting a decent size of my of the bag that I bought recently. But it kind of paled in comparison to what I already had, not even realizing that I was just like a fucking squirrel saving for the winter, just because I created myself a little Ondo storage wallet, right? So I would just little zoop zoop zoops send, kind of like you know what it was. This is a life lesson. Here's a life lesson. We'll go through a little story, and I take this lesson. I give this lesson to you. I've learned this from the blackjack table. Is that I will. You cash in, say $1,000, right? Or you put $1,000 on the table to get your chips to play, right? And then what you want to do is you get your chips however you want your chips. But what you need to start preparing is to color them up. And that's what you have to say, color me up, right? So eventually you'll take a row of 100s and you turn it into $1,000, right? And then you say, color me up. And then you get the black chip, put that in your pocket, right? Because it is a lot harder psychologically for you to break up that $1,000 chip than it is for you to just grab another $100 chip and throw it down there, right? And so if you are constantly remembering, like a little fucking squirrel, to take your little acorns and color them up, put them in your pocket, get them out of the game, right? And then when you walk away, there have been times when you have a pocket full of those $1,000 chips and you're like, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, we won. We took the casino for some money tonight. Well, you want to do that with crypto too. So you got to take those buys. You got to take them off the table, send them straight to your cold storage, and then all of a sudden you realize, hey, all right, we did it. We saved ourselves a good amount of chips here. But now it's way too much of my portfolio. So I am done. I've loaded up the truck, the warehouse, if you will, the airport hangar of my Ondo. I'm done buying Ondo, but I love Ondo. I think it's going to perform very well. I think it's got a very bright future, very big future. Not financial advice. What do you guys think? What do you have in your portfolio that's your number one holding, and it may be a little too much, but you're okay with it? Because again, now I have many other coins, and I've got, a couple $1,000s in some, many of these coins. So it's not like I've got, $500 in this and $100 in this, yada yada yada. So like I've got other good bags, but what I'm telling you is that I've gone a little buck wild on the Ondo. But what do you guys have in your portfolio that you've probably put a little too much in there of? But it's okay because you understand, and that's your conviction play, right? And that's why it's safer. So let's think about this right now. I have not put all of my eggs into one basket. I have kind of lopsided my basket, but they're not all in one basket. And what that frees me up to do is to, at least in my mind, that capital is safe. That is some safe capital because nothing's going to touch it. It's not going anywhere. We know it's going to be a good performer. It's going to be, so in my mind, Ondo is like a $1.3 billion market cap. We can look this up right now just so that we're given the right information. Ondo is, a $1.5 billion market cap. Now, what doesn't impress me is the circulating supply to the total supply, max supply, and all that stuff. That it's not all that impressive. However, knowing who they are and what they're going to do, I can see, because it is very, very easy for a project in a bull run to go from 1.5 billion to 30 billion. Very easily can see Ondo 20x, 15x, 30x, whatever you think. Do I think it's going to 50x? Not at all. I think that it definitely has the potential to go up to 30x, or to go up to a $30 billion market cap. That is without question. You can see that happening, especially knowing that they're going to try to tokenize real world assets at a very high level, right? And we'll see how all of that, how it all shakes out. Obviously, there are no guarantees in life, but you can bet your dollar, bet your dollars, your satoshis, that BlackRock is going to be successful in whatever they do coming into the crypto world. That's just kind of what I think here. 10 to 15x is my Ondo play from here, and I'll be happy with that 100%. I mean, we're going to be happy with the Ondo play after this. I did talk to AJ about the algo thing, seeing that thing coming back down, man. I feel like the rebrand that they had this year maybe was not right. And I don't know enough about everything that went on with algo and the struggles that they're having right now. That would be an interesting conversation we can have as well. So we got to do a gaming conversation for the breakfast show. Let's get that set up this week. We got to do coins that need some attention, some love. We got to figure out how do we say, all right, maybe I've made some mistakes in my portfolio. What should I do? Should I handle those right now? Like, should I sell off some Ondo right now to get some more tether or whatever to put into? I still have, which is crazy, and I still have, like, I think it's 18% of my portfolio is in stablecoin, right? And so I still have a bunch of stable coins, but maybe I could make some more room if we're going to take a further trip down. If we're going to see the 50s, like, maybe that's the move that I want to make, like, ASAP. But do I take a loss potentially out of some? I think it's probably just honestly unrealized profits at this point, because if I scaled in comma correctly, the punctuation is important there. If I scaled into my position correctly, then I should be up right now. And so if I were to sell, I would still be just taking profits off the table, making sure that I've got some really good dry powder, and I rebalance my portfolio, because again, it's just a little too high, and that I'm comfortable with, that I didn't realize until I actually put together a portfolio. Because my whole goal was, for this afternoon show, was like, all right, this is the news and numbers show. We're going to be talking about crypto. We're going to be talking about coins. We're going to be talking about these projects. Fuck yeah, let's show the portfolio. Let's show what we're doing, and we can show the moves and all that stuff. But I was just like, wait a second, I gotta fix it first. So I think that's a really good idea for a morning show is getting everyone's opinion. So I will set that for tomorrow, so that we can, and maybe that's what we do is we devote part of the show to shuffling portfolios. But for this one, but for the morning show tomorrow, that's what it'll be about. So I'm going to make myself a note that tomorrow's Web3 breakfast is about the portfolio shuffle. What do you do? How do you fix your mistakes when the market is down? Um, Perfect. So that'll be good. So we'll do that tomorrow. All right, let's look at some. I do want to look at the charts of some of the coins that we've been kind of talking about, especially since we've been doing the fight stuff. So whether they were sponsors, partners, new friends that we're going to be looking at and talking about, for a long time. We got Pussy Monster. This one, it is, I know, shock value with the name. You're going to get all sheepish. It's okay. It's actually two cats and they're cartoon characters. They fight the mean streets here of Atlanta, doing things like human trafficking, stuff like that. So there's really good cause like underneath all of this stuff. Again, shock factor with the name, but it is, there is some good stuff behind it. The founder, Justin Gilmore, he is actually the founder of the Bitcoin teller machines, the BTM machines, so ATM machines for Bitcoin. So he's fully doxed. Everybody, you can find him if you look at the right accounts and contract addresses and social medias and all that stuff. So fully doxed team, great guy. I've actually been to their facility. I've been inside of it, chatted with him. I've seen everything that they do at their operation. So he's a cool dude. His name again is Justin. So is mine. So, I might be biased here, but I think that that's like the best name on the planet, just so you know. Sorry to everybody else. We can't all have, an amazing name like Justin, but I do. And he does. And you got your own special name in your own way. I know I wasn't trying to be rude there. So that is one that we are going to be looking at a lot with Spaceman, Dan, maybe doing some stuff with us too. So get ready. Probably my goal is to actually do like a big mega space and to get all the projects that we know and love together. And this way, it's one of those things where we can do the cross pollination of different communities and get more people involved and kind of get some of these communities, some new community members. And, you just never really know what spurs up from that. So that is the Pussy Monster. All right. Another one we've been looking at that I've been talking about a little bit here and there is Condo. Condo is on base. It is kind of like a meme coin RWA combo play. Again, it is over on the base ecosystem. I do hold some of this. I'm going to be working with them in another capacity in the future. So look for more information about Condo. Recently had a huge pump. We've seen, if you're looking at the chart, you can see there's been a little retracement since. So things are, doing okay. We've seen a lot worse charts. There is activity, there is a community, there is life here. So that is Condo. Make sure that you guys check that one out. Cool people that work there. Great community that I've, kind of been in touch with so far. So get ready. Hopefully we'll be doing a space very soon with them. Chump was one of my sponsors for the fight. I think this chart has since kind of gone downhill a little bit. It had a huge pump in the middle of May and has just kind of since gone down. It had a nice little activity here in the beginning of June, but kind of since gone down. But we'll see what's going on with them. They've done some fun memes. They've made some personal memes of me that were hilarious. You guys saw when I was in the pink sport coat. And then around the time of the fight, they had made some they made the Muhammad Ali, the Muhammad Ali meme of my chump there. So we'll see if I have to check back in with those guys. I just wanted to preload this with some of the projects we've been looking at, and then as we get down the road in the future, I will take projects from you guys. We'll be looking at seeing if this is maybe something for us to get into a community of. You never know. Plus, we'll be dropping the booby coins soon, so we're going to want to collaborate with as many communities as possible. So make sure that you guys stay tuned in on that. The last coin that I want to look at here, this one right here, I feel like Bozolito for not getting into it early on. This is something that Keith and a lot of people from our community were working on. I see that it's definitely gone down. This might be actually a really good time to it's the Doodlegenics and then Keith Berry, MMA guy. Did some training with him when I was in Austin for my fight. Respect the shit out of that guy. He's awesome. And I know that they're working hard on building this. Brett Gold. This is a Solana on I think you can get it on Radium. If not, it would be Jupiter. Where do I see this? It does not tell me here on Dex Tools. So well, let's click it. Radium. There it was up there. Sorry, it was just escaping my eyes. So yeah, you can get it on Radium there. So that's another one to look at. I will hopefully get in touch with Keith and we can get him on to chat about that one. So what do we got here? Let me look in the chat here. Yo. What's up, everybody? All right, Gata Life. What's up, family? We got some where do you go? Maybe some other Justins in the house. Love that. You guys are good. I love this. All right. Oh, someone's birthday. We got a birthday coming up here. Blocky's birthday. Well, Blocky, I hope that in the interim between now and tomorrow's show, you have yourself a wonderful start to your birthday. If we see you tomorrow, great. If we don't, totally understand. The day is yours. It's your party. You can cry if you want to. But I think that's going to take us out for the day. That's all the coins I had scheduled. That's all the articles I had scheduled. I love getting back into this. I've missed kind of really, pushing the content a little bit out, a little bit more. That is the whole goal here. I've been missing doing that is what I was trying to say there. I don't know if I said it correctly, but super excited being back, guys. I will be back tomorrow morning with the Web3 Breakfast Coup, 9 a.m. Eastern. Over on X is where we do that. I do repost it later in the day with some shorts as they come out from the old system here on StreamYard. But I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Adios. We'll see you tomorrow. And I don't know if there's any opportunities that come up on coins, make sure that you guys are tapped in. You can join our Telegram channel that we've got for the Web3 Breakfast Crew. All you got to do is ask. We'll let you in. It's that easy. Have a good one. Ciao for now.